All right, you guys, welcome to Mindset Monday, March 2nd. And what we're going to be talking about today is what are you doing with your time, girl? Because we are literally a few days away from daylight savings. Next Sunday, we are going to spring forward. You're going to get an extra hour of daylight, and I want to know, what are you going to do with that time that you have? Now, I wanted to unlock the rich girl in you, because at the end of the day, it's going to require you to lock in, focus, and be consistent. But first, you're going to have to identify the goal. And of course, Girl Let's Pay, Girl Let's Talk community, you're in the 90 days of consistency, but you need to make sure that the goal that you have chosen, and if you have not chosen a goal, or chosen a goal that you can commit to, it may be time to redefine the goal. It's okay to move the goalpost if you're moving it in your favor. Okay, so again, it's going to require you to lock in, focus, and be consistent. And so I'm thinking, well, we're springing forward, you get one more hour of daylight. So what are you going to do with it? Are you going to lock in on your goal? Are you going to focus? Are you going to be consistent? And you can literally give yourself the metrics of, from daylight savings to daylight savings, what am I going to do now? But the only way that you're going to do this is if you allot the necessary time to develop your goal, or your God-given talents, your knowledge, your information that's already inside of you that you want to develop. Now, this is going to require you to do time allocation. You're going to have to say, I'm going to block some things out, and I'm going to choose to make the most of my time. Now, my question to you is, what are you going to do? What are you going to do with this time? Are you going to waste it? Are you going to create content? Are you going to build wealth? Are you going to use the time to let the world know you in business? Are you going to use the time to start and finish your first project? Or are you going to use the time to learn something that you didn't know the day before? I need you all to be clear that time is our most valuable asset. But too often we be treating our time like it's a peasant, like it doesn't matter, like it's not valuable, like we take it for granted, like we gonna get tomorrow. We don't know. So if you don't know what tomorrow brings, why not seek happiness today? Why not seek joy today? Why not seek laughter today? Why not why not seek something that, if you are blessed to get tomorrow, to make your tomorrow better? And let's talk about tomorrow. One of the most detrimental phrases that we use in our vocabulary that we need to strike out is, I'll do it tomorrow. That is so cocky of us to think that God gonna give us tomorrow. Am I thankful for the days that I got behind me? And am I looking forward to the days ahead of me? But I don't know. So I said, y'all, you got to start acting like you don't know. So if time is our most valuable asset, you owe it to yourself to use it wisely. Now, in the next few days, I want you to lay out your strategy. And you can start small. You know, a lot of times people are like, well, let's do a 30-day or 70-day or 90-day. Even though we're in 90 days of consistency, you can do a micro one yourself and say, I'm going to lock in for 7 days and see what happens. And it may not necessarily be a monetary result. Do you feel better? Do you feel accomplished? Do you feel like have you moved the needle in your big goal? And y'all know we all do this. If you're inside a Girl Let's Talk, 1, 3. I always say that. Because if you put too many things on that paper, you will become overwhelmed and you will accomplish nothing. That's why I break it down in the bite size. One major task, three micro tasks. That major task needs to be something income producing. Those three micro tasks need to be something that is going to support, something that's going to help you get better, something that's going to move the needle to making that goal where it makes sense. So remember, even if you did 7 days where you locked in, if you by the end of 7 days, you have done seven major things and you have done 21 micro tasks that can move the needle. So I don't know why a lot of the things are not getting done. And I do, because the goal is not prioritized. Prioritize the goal every day. And if you know that you're a person that says, oh my God, I don't feel like I have enough time in the day, make time. It may mean you may have to get up a little bit earlier, or it means that everybody needs to go to bed and then you have to stay up a little bit later. But when you're doing your 1-3, these tasks cannot be busy work. So you're going to have to do things that are intentional. And if you don't know what it is, anybody in here who got Digital Diva, if you don't, then you need to get it. But you can literally say, Digital Diva, this is my goal. And I do the 1-3 method, one major task and three micro tasks. Can you please give me my action plan so that I can to help me reach my goal? And this is the thing, you can even take your goal and micro it out. So let's just say your goal is $1,000 in 30 days. Well, that's $250 a week, which is 7 days. So you can literally ask for a 7-day plan to make $250. You can break it down so it does not seem overwhelming. So when you're doing your 1-3, make sure you're doing some things that are intentional. So I'm going to ask again, girl, what you doing with your time? Are you going to sit on your phone and talk to people who cannot help you strategize or bring any fruit to your goal? Or are you going to scroll and make no money? Or are you going to be the person who is being scrolled? Are you going to be the scroller or the scrolled? What does that mean? Are you going to be scrolling and watching while other people make money? Or are you going to, or is your content going to be the content that people are going to be scrolling? Sometimes you're going to have to reverse it. And now this right here is where y'all need to be very, 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 pay close attention here. I want you to put a value on your time. Because when you start putting a value on your time, you'll start protecting it. So kind of look at your material things, your home, your car, your children. These are things that you value, right? And you protect it. Your home, hopefully you'll clean it, you get it pressure washed, or if it's a condo or whatever, you pay your HOA. If it's an apartment, you keep it clean, you hire somebody. Your car, you get it washed, you get it tuned up, you get the oil change, you get all of the things. Your children, you make sure they got food, you got clothes, you got shelter, you make sure they're clean. Because these things are important to you. So you should start taking your time and looking at it as a commodity. And then I want you to assign some importance to your time. I want you to value it the way you do those material things. And I want you to assign not only just the value to your time, I want you to assign a high value to your time. And this might be me just thinking out loud, y'all. And I'm going to implement this myself because this just came to me yesterday morning, like early in the wee hours. Do you think if we start valuing our times properly, God will give us more time? If we appreciate our time more, do you think God will give us more time? It's just a thought. Because a lot of times, a lot of people wake up and say, I hit the ground running, and next thing I know, the day is gone. No, baby. It just means that you've been on autopilot for so long and that you are so accustomed and you are so accustomed to giving away your time for free that you have just lost control of structuring your time. And a lot of people be like, I can't stand time blocking. But you know what? Time blocking gets it where you're able to get more done because you're more intentional in those hours. Wealthy people block out their time. They even hire an assistant to make sure they stay on course. And they also outsource the things that are minuscule but necessary. And then they'll spend their time doing the major things that require them to show up. And someone that keeps them on task and they choose someone that's going to make their life easier. A lot of us have people in our lives that do not make our lives easier, they make it harder. So it's time for you all to structure your time like it is important. So your homework is I want you to take out your journals. I want you to write down everything you did in a day for the next couple of days. And I don't care if it's small, that you went to the refrigerator and you made some eggs, or you went and you took a shower, you watched TV, you went to the store, you went to work, you talked on the phone. I want you to write down everything you did, no matter how small it was. You know what I'm saying? You can say I scrolled on my phone, I talked on my phone, but then I want you to evaluate everything that you did. And I want you to look at it and say a few things. I want you to ask yourself, did this action benefit my future? Did it benefit my bank account? Did it benefit my health physically or mentally? And if the answer is no, my love, it means you need to make a slight adjustment. Now, again, I ask you, what are you going to be doing with your time? Daylight savings is next Sunday. You're going to spring forward. You get an extra hour of daylight. What are you going to do with that time? And this is the thing. I want y'all to know y'all can do this. Do I get a lot done in the day? Yes. Could I structure it better? Oh, yes. So that's one of the things that I'll be working on is working, structuring my time frames better. Let me explain something to you. Any day that we get time, when you wake up and you get time, we're all on a time management journey. No exceptions, where nobody gets to judge, because if you woke up, it's something that God wants you to do. But I know for sure wasting your time ain't one of them. So it's time for us to start treating our time like our most valuable asset and stop giving it away all willy-nilly. So let's do our rich girl affirmations. So we're going to say these out loud with authority. I respect my time because my time respects me. My time is wealth building. My time is a wealth building asset. I no longer treat my time like it's unlimited. I move with intention and not on autopilot. I am focused, I am disciplined, and I am consistent. My future benefits from how I use my time today. I am not a scroller. I am the one being scrolled. I allocate my time to what builds my wealth, my health, and my peace. God trusts me with time because I steward it well. Every hour I invest wisely multiplies back to me. Now, I want you all to break out y'all 1-3 method this week. I want you for one full day, I want you to write everything down that you do. Scroll, phone calls, errands, Netflix, works, thinking, complaining, researching. Then I want you to evaluate it all. Did this move my future forward? Did it strengthen my bank account, strengthen my body, strengthen my mind? And remember, our 1-3 method is one major task every day and 3 micro tasks every day that will move us toward our desired outcome. Only work on what builds you and make sure it's small enough to execute, strong enough to compound. Say it again. Small enough to execute, strong enough to compound. Remember, I told you, when you do that 1-3, even if you break it down in 7 days, you've done 7 major tasks and 21 micro tasks. This will move your needle. So I hope each and every one of you all, we're getting ready to spring forward. If you notice that, I'm getting you ready. Next week is daylight savings. I want this week for you to start prepping it, getting clarity in the goal, clarity in the actions. I appreciate you guys for watching, and I am so grateful.